Friends, I'm back with our community chat and sharing community. And I want to talk about another aspect of the journal newspaper today. Today we're still looking at the August 2025 newspaper. I'm glad you're here. Go grab your issue, your copy of the issue of the August 2025 newspaper, which is written by and for homemakers on newspaper print and produced right here in Tennessee, USA, but with the efforts of homemakers worldwide, nationwide. So thanks for being here. Let's jump right in. Still sipping my water because I'm making this video right after I made the other one that you saw last time. So let me know what you're sipping and where you're sitting, because today I'm still sitting in front of my front windows where the light's coming in, but it is too hot to sit outside. It was 95, no, actually it was 98 yesterday when I drove by the bank. That's what it said. And of course it's the humidity index. The index is higher than that with the humidity. All right, but that's okay. I'm inside, and where are you today? Today I want to talk about another lady whom I have met in person. I'll show the picture here in a little bit of the two of us together, but I've met her in person. That is my passion and my joy, to meet y'all in person. So I hope that I get to meet you someday soon. But if you don't know what the journal newspaper is, this is a newspaper that comes in your mailbox 6 times a year. And we have sent out, at the end of July, we sent out the issues for the August 2025. I just mentioned a second ago those who contribute or those who make it happen. And I said it's mailed from Tennessee, and it is. But can I read the states of the homemakers who contribute and make this happen? I want to read you those states. Now, this changes every year. I know, like last year, we had a lady from England who was writing. She's now moved back to the States, I think South Carolina. And so anybody can contribute and help. But this is what we call the journal staff. And this is the staff for 2025. None of us get paid. None of us get paid. We are an all-volunteer staff to produce this, and the income from the newspaper goes back into the newspaper because it's quite costly to produce this, as you can probably imagine. And we'll talk about how it's produced or published in another video. So here are the states represented in this issue of the paper for each issue this year. Tennessee, Ohio, Alabama, Tennessee, Montana, Ohio, North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Minnesota, California, Missouri, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, Florida, Montana, Tennessee, and Ohio. And then we have the contributors that contribute news from home. Their states aren't listed here because that varies. The states that I just read to you that are the people who've committed to submit every issue. I want to talk to you about a fun section that's in the paper. People have told me, some people have said this is their favorite part of the paper. And there's nothing like doing a crossword puzzle on newsprint. Can I get an amen? Do y'all like that? Do you miss that? Or if you're young, maybe you don't even know what that feels like in your hand, to have the pencil in your hand on newsprint doing a puzzle. You've really missed out if you don't know what that feels like in life. We have our sweet homemaker, Anola. And Anola lives in Ohio with her husband, her sweet, hilarious, dear Christian husband. Well, they're all sweet, dear Christian family, and her adult family, her adult children and grandchildren nearby. And her grandsons at some point have been pen pals with Little Music Man, so I thought that has been sweet. But I didn't know Anola before when she started writing for the journal, and we got to meet, since we were living in Ohio. We actually hosted she and her husband at our house, and it happened to be their anniversary. And so here we are. We had them over and we met them and were able to share a meal with them. And I've since then visited in her home and had tea with her and her husband in their sweet home, and just cozy. So I'm just so blessed to know Enola in person now. But here's what she does. She submits several things, but today we're only going to talk about the part that she's the managing column manager, rather. And that's what I call folks who are responsible for submitting content for certain columns each issue. And so she's the column manager for the Joyful Heart section. And the Joyful Heart is where she submits jokes, or, jokes or funnies. And also, in this issue, I'm not going to read it to you because that'll give it away, but grab your issue and you'll read it. It's kind of sweet and funny. And then also, she locates our crossword puzzle for us. And she sends that in. And then she also locates our, actually, this is the crossword puzzle, isn't it? And this is the word search. So she locates those and sends those in to Amanda, our amazing editor. And I do specifically want these puzzles on 2 different sheets because I didn't want you to have to fill in the puzzle and then you have the ink or the pencil marks on the back side of that. So we have those on different sheets of paper, or pages rather. And so that's really fun. A lot of people have told me that's their favorite part, is just being able to do the puzzles. And then the other section that's found in the Joyful Heart column is called the Giggle Box. And that is where our son, our youngest son, you may know him as Little Music Man, but he's not so little anymore. We need to come up with a new name for him, don't we? Or just Music Man, or Big Music Man. But, hey buddy, is that you? Oh, okay. Hey. Hi. So he submits jokes in every issue. I'll read you one of them, okay? The little section also, the subtitle is called Little Music Man's Joke Book. Okay, I'm going to read you one of his jokes that he submitted for this issue. Why was the stadium so hot? Do you know? Why was the stadium so hot? Because all the fans left. Oh me. So that is called the Joyful Heart section, where we have the word search, the crossword, the jokes from Miss Enola, and Little Music Man's jokes as well. So that is the part of the journal I wanted to tell you about this week. So I hope you're enjoying your journal. If you would like to learn more, if you would like to just get one sample issue, yes, we will make sure that you get a sample issue, and I will give you a link down below so you'll know how to order that. That will be printed off when you request it. So we will need to print it off and get that in the mail. And the cost is $3 an issue for a sample issue. So that's very doable, and I'll give you the link so that you can order one. And this is a good time to tell you too, this is not news that you would read and throw away like you might a newspaper. This is more of a publication, a magazine type idea, where the information is timeless. We'll talk in future videos about why it's timeless, but you've got the garden issue section, you've got the book reviews, you've got the recipes, you've got the inspirational section, you've got all that that's really reference material. So I would never throw these away. I hope you're counting your blessings, and I'm certainly going to see you next time, because I'm sure that you are probably subscribed to Heritage Ways YouTube and you've rung that bell and you're not going to miss anything. So I'll see you soon. Count your blessings, y'all.